Welcome back sa ating income taxation subject. So we are still in corporation. So we already had a total of 3 explainer video including this. No? So yung first is yung introduction, yung theory part at saka yung summary ng taxes for corporation. And another is yung application or problems part 1 and ito yung application or problems part 2. This discussion will focus on MCIT, RCIT, and yung accounting for excess MCIT, yung treatment. Ano ang gagawin sa treatment ng excess MCIT? So, ako pa rin ang inyong guro, Romualdo Fernandez Credo. So, kung kayo ay handa na kumuha ng ballpen at papel para sa inyong notes. Are you ready? Let's start. So, to recall, kasi medyo matagal-tagal na yung first video natin sa income tax corporation. So, ang corporation is a corporation that is organized in the Philippines using its laws. And a corporation will face 4 kinds of tax under sa tax code natin sa Philippines. So, ang number 1 dyan is yung final tax on passive income. So, kung nakalimutan nyo na, please refer to our first explainer video sa corporation. So, ang sample ng passive income, at ang kanyang rate is yung interest on bank deposit, no, na it is subject to final tax of 20%. Another is yung dividends from domestic corporation na may final tax na 10%. Para sa complete list, pinrovide ko na sa inyo yung list sa first explainer video natin sa corporation. So, pakihanap na lang para ma-recall nyo ulit. So, yun. Ulitin natin, ang first tax na pwedeng mag-apply sa corporation is yung kung mayroon siyang passive income. Ito yung sinasabing mga investment income. Letter B, another tax na pwedeng i-face ng corporation is kung mayroon siyang capital gain by selling shares of stock ng domestic corporation not listed and traded sa local stock exchange. So, ibig sabihin, yung exchange ng stock ay hindi mangyayari sa stock exchange. So, it will be taxed at 15% on the gain. So, ang tax base niya ay gain. So, i-compute mo yung gain, selling price, plus yung other cost na nung pinurchase yung stock, minus yung cost at saka expense, selling expenses. So, makukuha mo yung gain, multiply mo ng 15%. Yan ay dating 5 and 10%. Pero ngayon, 15% na lang. So, dati, 5% sa first 100,000 ng gain, and then yung excess, it will be subject to 10%. Pero under sa train law, binago na nila, it is now subject to 15%. Letter C, capital gain on sale of real property na subject to 6%. So, ano ang tax base mo sa 6%? Yung selling price or fair market value at the time of sale, whichever is higher. So, i-compare mo yung selling price, fair market value at the time of sale, whichever is higher, doon may multiply yung 6% kapag mayroon siyang sale of real property. So, tatlo na yan. Siyempre, meron pang next. Ayan. And kung mayroon siyang income na hindi na subject nung tatlo, nung passive, kung hindi passive income yan, kung hindi sale of stock, kung hindi sale of real property, malamang other income yan. So, yung other income is na-discuss na rin natin to sa last video natin, yung normal tax. That is 30% of taxable income. Na-illustrate na natin yung computation ng tax ng corporation na 30%. So, alam niyo na rin kung paano i-compute yung taxable income natin. So, pag minultiply mo ng 30%, yung taxable income, yan yung normal tax na sinasabi natin. So, bukod dyan sa normal tax, beginning on the 4th year of operation, the MCIT or minimum corporate income tax at 2% of gross income or normal tax of 30% of its net taxable income, whichever is higher. So, starting sa 4th year of operation mo daw, you have to compare yung MCIT at saka normal tax. So, first 3 year of operation, normal tax. First year, normal tax. Second year, normal tax lang. Third year, normal tax lang. Pero pag dating ng 4th year of operation mo, kailangan mo nang i-compute ang yung minimum corporate income tax. Bakit minimum? Nag-set sila ng minimum tax na kailangang bayaran mo. That is 2% of your gross income. So, hindi pwedeng bumaba dyan yung iyong babayarang tax. Kasi nga, sabi dyan, whichever is higher. So, ibig sabihin, yung minimum na babayaran mo ay yung 2%. Kasi the moment na yung 30% bumaba na mas mababa sa MCIT, ang babayaran mo ay yung MCIT. So, yan yung focus natin today, yung computation ng MCIT. At i-determine natin kung ano ang babayaran, normal tax ba o MCIT. So, sa normal tax, ang computation niya is gross income less yung itemized deduction or yung optional standard deduction equals yung taxable income. Multiply mo yan, taxable income na yan sa 30%, yung tax rate ng corporation, so makukuha mo na yung income tax due, yung normal income tax due. Now, let's discuss, kasi alam niyo na yung normal tax, di ba? I-review lang natin kanina. So, now let's discuss the minimum corporate income tax. So, for domestic corporation, a minimum corporate income tax or MCIT of 2% of the gross income as of the end of the taxable year is imposed upon any domestic corporation beginning on its 4th year of operation. So, mag-start lang ang computation ng MCIT sa 4th year. So, it is important na titignan mo din kung nasa 4th year of operation na ang business. Kasi pag nasa 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, hindi mag-a-apply ang MCIT. Katulad ng sinabi ko na previously, immediately following the taxable year in which the corporation commenced its business operation. So, ang MCIT will be imposed whenever such corporation has zero or negative taxable income. So, ang babayaran mo daw ang MCIT na 2% of your gross income kapag zero ang iyong taxable income or negative ang iyong taxable income. Letter B, minimum corporate income tax is greater than the normal income tax due. So, dalawa na ang kukumputin mo sa 4th year of your operation. Taxable, normal tax at saka MCIT. So, and then you have to compare para malaman kung anong babayaran mo, whichever is higher. Kung anong mas mataas, yun ang babayaran mo sa kanila. Relief from MCIT under certain conditions. So, kailan ka hindi mag-a-apply ng MCIT? Or pwede ka bang ma-exempt sa MCIT? Ito yung case. The Secretary of Finance, upon the recommendation of the Commissioner, may suspend the imposition of MCIT upon submission of proof by the applicant corporation duly verified by the Commissioner, authorized representative that the corporation has sustained substantial losses on account of prolonged labor dispute because of force majeure or because of legitimate business reverses. Ayan. So, mayroong mga unfavorable business condition na nag-cause para ikaw ay mag-suffer or mag-incur ng significant losses. So, pwede mong i-apply. I-submit mo yung mga proof sa BIR para ma-check ng commissioner's representative ng mga employee na naka-assign at i-recommend nila sa commissioner na ikaw ay ma-exempt sa MCIT. So, for trading, merchandising, or manufacturing concern, ito yung computation ng MCIT. Gross sales minus sales returns, discount, and allowances. So, ibabawas mo yung total nun to come up with your net sales. Tapos, ibabawas mo yung cost of goods sold or cost of goods manufactured and sold para makuha mo yung gross income. Multiply mo ng 2%. Yan yung iyong MCIT. So, yung gross sales mo daw, meaning shall include only sales contributory to the taxable income under the Section 27 of the Tax Code. Yung cost of goods sold naman, on the other hand, shall include the purchase price or cost to produce the merchandise and all expenses directly related to bring them to their present location and use. So, marunong naman na kayong mag-compute ang cost of goods sold. For trading and merchandising concern, cost of goods sold means yung invoice cost of goods sold plus yung import duties in transporting the goods to the place where the goods are sold, including insurance while the goods are in transit. So, for sale of services naman, so dalawa ang format ng computation natin. Depende kung cash basis or accrual ang ginagamit ng service business. Pero kapag siya ay cash basis, ito yung computation ng kanyang MCIT. Gross receipts minus sales return, discount and allowance, babawas mo yun to come up with your net receipts. Tapos, babawas mo din yung cost of service para makuha yung gross income. Then, multiply mo na ng MCIT rate na 2%. So, please take note of that. Lalabas ito sa exam. So, gross receipt means amounts actually or constructively received during the taxable year. For taxpayer employing accrual, kapag ang taxpayer ay gumagamit naman ng accrual basis of accounting, the term gross receipts shall mean amounts earned as gross income. So, ang computation mo ng MCIT is yung gross receipt times 2% na kaagad. Equals yung MCIT. Yan ay pag-accrual basis. Cost of service. Ano ibig sabihin ng cost of service? Means all direct costs and expenses necessarily incurred to provide the services required by the customer and client. Kasama na ang salaries and employee benefits ng mga personnel, consultant, and specialists na nag-render ng service. Cost of facilities directly utilized, yung mga ginamit na dun sa place ng pagre-render ng service, such as depreciation at saka rental of equipment and cost. Okay, so to compare yung computation ng normal tax saka minimum corporate income tax, so let us have this example. So, gross sales, doon muna tayo sa normal tax. So, of course, ibabawas mo yung contra account ng sales. Yan yung sales return, sales allowance, and discount. So, ibabawas mo yan to come up with your net sales. 27,600,000 na. Then, from your net sales, ibabawas mo yung cost of goods sold or cost of goods manufactured and sold pag manufacturing siya. So, 27.6 million minus 10.5 million equals 17.1 million. Yan yung gross profit from sales. And then, idadagdag mo kung meron siyang other income. Kung meron lang naman. Kung wala, wala kang idadagdag. Zero siya. So, since meron 250,000, so naging 17,350,000 yung total gross income. Then, ibabawas mo na yung allowable deduction of 15 million. Kunwari, given mga yan. Diba? So, yung net income niya is 2,350,000. So, after mong nabawas lahat, yan yung tinatawag mong net income. So, pag minultiply mo ng tax rate ng corporation na 30%, so makukuha mo yung normal tax na 705,000. So, ang computation naman ng MCIT, on the other hand, is from your gross sales, ibabawas mo pa rin yung tatlo. So, parehas lang sila. Sales return, sales discount, sales allowance, equals net sales. Tapos, ibabawas mo yung cost of goods manufactured and sold or pag merchandising cost of goods sold lang. So, equals yun na yung gross income. Multiply mo ng 2%, yun na yung minimum corporate income tax. Hindi ko muna nilagyan ng value ito kasi yun yung gagawin natin sa susunod. Titignan natin kung ano ang babayaran. Normal tax ba o minimum corporate income tax? Yan yung naririnig nyo. Kapag normal tax, usually ang sabi dyan ay MCIT, Normal Corporate Income Tax, or pwede rin namang RCIT, Regular Corporate Income Tax. Pero itong MCIT, yung kalaban niya, yung kung saan mo siya i-compare na MCIT, wala naman na ibang tawag dyan. MCIT lang talaga. So, please remember, gagawin mo lang ito sa 4th year of operation na i-compare yung normal or regular tax sa MCIT or Minimum Corporate Income Tax. So, let's continue yung illustration natin. So, ito ang ating illustration. Venus Corporation. Gross sales. Pakitake note yung mga given. Gross sales, 30 million. Sales return and allowance, 900,000. Sales discount, 1.5 million. Cost of goods sold, 10.5 million. Deductions niya, 15 million. Interest income from international bank under foreign currency deposit system, 3 million. So, please take note. Meron tayong 4 types of or categories of income. Yun yung mga passive income na subject to final tax. Meron tayong capital gain on sale of shares of stock. Meron tayong capital gain on share of real property na subject ng 6%. Tapos yung other. So, dapat ang matitira lang dito is yung other income na subject ng regular tax rate na 30%. At masasubject na din ng MCIT. So, tanggalin natin yung tatlo. Passive income, passive investment income na subject to final tax. Kasi may mga investment income na hindi subject to, may mga passive income rather, na hindi subject to final tax. So, yung lang subject to final tax. Tapos, yung subject ng 15%. Tapos, yung subject ng, yung sale of stock. Tapos, yung subject ng 6% na sale of real property. So, ito is subject to final tax, yung 3 million. Interest on notes receivable, interest yan, pero hindi naman subject to final tax. So, other income yan. Dividends from Ceramics Corporation and Resident Foreign Corporation naman kasi ito, hindi siya subject to final tax. So, sasama mo siya sa other income. And then, capital gain on sale of Beauty Corporation's share, a domestic corporation. assets to buyer. So, subject yan ng ibang tax. So, hindi na natin isasama sa other income. So, ang other income mo lang dito is yung 50,000 at saka yung 200,000. So, yung 250,000. Kaya nga, sa computation rather, ng iyong taxable income na subject to 30%, ito na. So, yun na nga, 30 million minus 2.4 million. Alam niyo na kung saan galing yung 2.4 million. So, pag binawas mo yun, net sales, 27.6 million. Bawas mo pa yung cost of goods manufactured and sold or cost of goods sold. So, 17.1 million. Tapos, yung sinabi natin kanina na other income na hindi subject to final tax at saka yung hindi subject to capital gains. So, ang total nun ay 250. So, nadagdagan ang ating gross income from 17.1 naging 17,350,000. And finally, babawas na natin yung deduction. So, of course, pwede kang mag-avail nito ng OSD na madidiscuss later pag nasa deduction na tayo. Optional standard deduction, ang ibig sabihin ng OSD, in lieu of yung mga itemized deduction. So, ang iyong taxable income is 2,350,000. Then, pag-multiply ng 30%, ang iyong normal tax rate ang iyong normal tax, rather, ay 705 or 705. So, katulad nung sinabi natin kanina, compare natin yung 705,000 sa MCIT. So, mag-compute tayo ng MCIT, 2% of gross income lang yan. So, ang gross income natin, na-explain na kanina kung paano nakuha yung gross income. So, shorten na natin, 17.1 million. So, times 2%, ang MCIT natin ay 342,000. So, since mas mataas yung normal tax, ang babayaran mo sa BIR ay 705. So, what happens kapag mas mataas yung MCIT? Of course, yun ang babayaran mo, yung MCIT. Pero, hindi yun ang totoong tax mo. Ang totoong tax mo is yung normal tax. Pero, babayaran mo siya kasi mas mataas siya. Anong mangyayari sa difference? So, for example, 1 million yung, let us assume, no? What if hindi 342 yung MCIT? What if 1 million? Mas mataas siya sa 705. So, ang mangyayari, yung difference ay considered prepaid tax. Parang tax na binayaran mo in advance. Kasi ang tax mo naman talaga is 705. Dahil lang sa rule ng MCIT na kailangan may minimum, ang babayaran mong tax ay 2% of your gross income dapat. Yun na ang pinakamababa. Yun ang rule na sinet ng BIR. Dahil dito sa MCIT na tinatawag natin, minimum corporate income tax, so kailangan mong bayaran yung 1 million. Pero yun nga, yung difference, don't worry naman. Kasi naman, yun ay considered prepaid taxes, so pwede mo namang ibawas the moment na mas mataas na yung iyong normal tax. Pag nakabawi na yung iyong normal tax. What if hindi nakabawi yung iyong normal tax next year? So, good news ulit. So, binibigyan kang ng 3 years. Okay, so you have 3 years time para mabawi yung MCIT. Anong nangyari pag hindi naka-recover yung iyong normal tax within 3 years? So, sorry, yung prepaid tax mo, yung excess MCIT mo will be forfeited na in favor sa government. So, hindi mo na yun mababawi. So, for example, taon ngayon, 2020, kasi ongoing pa yung 2021, hindi pa tapos. So, wala ka pang normal tax saka MCIT doon. So, kunwari yung last year, yung 2020, so, nag-file ka na, mas mataas yung iyong MCIT ng 1 million versus yung RCIT mo, yung normal tax mo is 705. So, mayroon kang prepaid taxes. Ngayon, So, mayroon kang, yung difference, pwede mong i-recover ng 2021, 2022, at saka 2023. So, by that time, dapat pataasin mo na yung iyong normal tax para ma-recover mo yung overpayment mo ng tax, yung prepaid tax mo. Kasi, binigyan ka lang yun nga. You are only allowed to reverse yung excess MCIT within 3 years. Pag hindi, ayun, sa government na yun. Hindi mo na siya okay, doon naman tayo sa sale of services. So, gross receipts minus returns, discount, and allowances to come up with your net receipts. Tapos, other income pa rin equals total gross income, less deduction, equals taxable income mo, multiply mo ng 30%, equals normal tax ng service business. No? And then, yung sa MCIT naman ng service business, yun pa rin, gross receipts minus returns, allowance, and discount equals net receipts minus cost of service. Yun na yung gross income. I-multiply mo ng 2%. Yan na yung MCIT. So, let us use itong mga given na ito to illustrate yung sa service business naman. So, gross receipts daw niya, 18 million. Sales return and allowance niya, 360,000. Sales discount, 900,000. Cost of service, 5 million. Deduction, 16,190,000. Interest on notes receivable, 100,000. So, interest yan. That is not subject to final tax. So, hindi yan subject ng final tax. So, kasama yan, other income yan. Dividends from Aerobics Corporation, Domestic Corporation, 250,000. Then, meron siyang capital gain on sale of land and building. Ang market value is 6 million, higher than selling price, 2 million. So, let's compute yung normal tax at saka yung MCIT. So, ganun pa rin yung process. Gross receipts, 18 million minus sales returns, allowances, and discount. Ang total ay 1,260,000. So, ang net receipts is 16,740,000. So, meron siyang other income na 100,000 yung sa notes receivable lang kasi yung dividends ay sa domestic corporation na. So, subject to passive income subject to final tax na siya. Tapos, yung sale of real property is 6% capital gains tax. So, hindi kasama yung mga yun. So, 100,000 lang. So, nadagdagan ng 100,000. So, 16,840,000. Then, yung deduction na 16,190,000 equals 650,000 times 30%, 195. On the other hand, ang minimum corporate income tax ay computed based on sa gross income na 11,740,000. So, paano nakuha? Of course, ibabawas mo yung sales return, allowance, and discount. So, mayroon kang 16,740,000. Then, para makuha yung gross income, ibabawas mo yung cost of service na 5 million. So, 11,740,000 times 2%. That is 234,800. Tama? 234,800 pala. Sorry. So, ano ang babayaran niya? Yun na. MCIT na 234,800. Bakit? Kasi mas mataas na. Pero, sabi ko nga kanina, ang tax mo lang naman talaga ay 195. Ang totoong tax mo. So, anong mangyayari dun sa excess prepaid tax. Pwede mo siyang ibawas sa yung normal tax pag mas mataas na yung normal tax. Pero what happened pag next year, mas mataas pa rin MCIT? Wala, hindi mo mababawi yung excess MCIT na nabayaran mo. Instead, madadagdagan yung iyong prepaid tax, yung excess MCIT na i-recover mo naman for 3 years every time, no? So, pag natapos na yung 3 years, sorry, maglalapse na yon, so may compete na siya in favor sa government. Hindi mo na siya mababawi. So, 3 years lang talaga. So, ito na nga yung binabanggit ko kanina pa, doon sa illustration natin, treatment of excess MCIT. Any amount paid in excess MCIT shall be recorded in the corporation as an asset. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga prepaid, di ba? Prepaid tax, prepaid expense is an asset. Under account title, deferred charges MCIT. So, i-record mo daw siya, prepaid. So, ang gagamitin mo account title is deferred charges MCIT. This asset account shall be carried forward and be credited against NIT due for the period. So, yun sa normal income tax na. Ibabawas mo daw sa normal income tax for a period that is not exceeding 3 years. So, mayroon ka lang 3 years para pataasin yung iyong normal income tax. Kung hindi, magpo-forfeit yung binayaran mong tax sa favor ng government. Okay, so please take note of this. Illustrate natin yung treatment sa excess MCIT. So, mayroon tayong, nag-assume tayo ng year 2007 to 2014. Assuming na na-compute na yung normal tax, normal income tax, normal corporate income tax, at saka MCIT. Andyan na siya. After ng year, normal tax, at saka MCIT. Meron na. Computed na. So, kukompare lang natin. Sa 2007, 25 ang normal tax. Ang MCIT ay 100. So, of course, mas mataas ang MCIT. So, ang babayaran mo sa government, sa BIR rather, ay 100,000. However, meron kang excess MCIT na 75. Anong gagawin sa 75,000? So, prepaid tax yon. Asset mo yan. Pwede mong ibawas sa normal income tax the moment na tumaas na siya. So, ilang years meron ka para bawiin yung 75 na excess MCIT mo? 3 years. So, that is 2008, 2009, at saka 2010. So, pwede mo na siyang bawiin sa period na yan. So, next year, 2008 tayo. Ang normal tax is 130. Ang MCIT ay 150. So, still, hindi mo pa rin mababawi yung 75 kasi mas mataas pa rin yung MCIT mo. Diba? 150 versus 100. So, babayaran mo ay 150,000. Pero meron ka na namang excess MCIT na 20,000. So, ulit yung 20,000, marirecover mo yan ng 2019, 2010, 2011 kasi 3 years. Diba? Basta mas mataas na yung normal tax. Pero, take note, yung 75 mo maglalast ng 2010. Yun, yung last day para pwede mo siyang ibawas sa yung normal tax. 2009. So, ang normal tax is 200. Ang MCIT ay 190. So, in that year, wala kang excess MCIT kasi mas mataas yung normal tax. So, that's the time pwede mo nang bawiin yung 75 kasi mas mataas na siya. So, at saka 20 kasi mas mataas na yung iyong normal tax. So, So, yun. So, ganun lang naman yun. Paulit-ulit yung process na illustrate natin. Basta every time na magkakaroon ka ng excess MCIT, pwede mo na siyang bawiin basta mas mataas yung pwede mo siyang ibawas dun sa normal tax mo basta mas mataas na yung normal tax. Katulad nitong year 2009, 200 na. So, ang babayaran mo na dyan kasi ay yung normal tax. So, pwede mo nang ibawas yung iyong mga excess MCIT. So, what if hindi mo mababawas? For example, yung 75 hanggang 2010 mas mataas pa rin. Kumbaga hindi halimbawa sa 2009 hindi nangyari, hindi tumaas yung normal tax ng 200. Kumbaga mas mababa pa rin. So hindi mo pa rin mababawas 'yon. So wala na, babay na yung 75,000 mo. So it is good na na-recover mo siya ng 2009. Kasi pag hindi mo na-recover, magbababay siya talaga. May mapo-forfeit siya in favor sa government. So, ganun na lang yung cycle. So, let's move sa accounting for MCIT. So, katulad nung illustration natin kanina, yung first few years din lang ang gagawan natin ng entry kasi paulit-ulit lang naman. Diba? So mag-start tayo sa 2007. So, accounting entries to record excess MCIT muna. Pero of course, you have to record muna yung normal tax. So, entry number 1, mo i-record mo lang yung normal tax, provision for income tax, and then income tax payable, 25,000 rather. Or simply, income tax, credit, income tax payable will do. Income tax or provision for income tax, pwede yun. Pero mas madalas ginagamit yung income tax lang. Income tax payable, 25,000. Then, i-record mo yung excess. So, sabi dun sa rule kanina, i-charge mo siya sa deferred tax, yung 75. Deferred charges, MCIT, credit income tax payable. Bakit income tax payable? Kasi babayaran mo din lahat yan. Kasi di ba ang babayaran mo ay yung MCIT na 100,000. So, hindi lang yung 25 ang iyong payable, hindi lang yung normal tax, kundi 100,000. So, kaya dadagdagan pa natin ng excess na 75. So, income tax payable. And then, yung total nun, sa number 3, yung 25 plus 75, i-debit mo siya to income tax payable, credit, cash in bank, pag binayaran mo na yung 100,000. So, ulitin natin yung process. Unang-una, i-record mo yung normal tax. That is 25,000 income tax or provision for income tax, credit income tax payable. Tapos, i-record mo yung excess. Deferred charges, MCIT, credit income tax payable, para maging 100,000 yung iyong liability sa yung tax liability, kasi yun naman talaga ang ibibigay mong pera sa BIR, and then i-remit mo na debit income tax payable, credit cash or cash in bank. Okay, so fast forward tayo sa 2009 kasi sa 2008 parehas lang naman yung entry. Babaguhin mo lang yung amount kasi parehas yung case. So, basta ang mangyayari doon, sa 2018, i-record mo lang yung normal tax na 130. So, lagay mo doon, 130. And then, second, i-record mo yung excess na 20,000. Sa 2008 yun, ha. And then, yun na. Yung total ng income tax payable doon sa 2008, i-debit mo na, tapos credit to cash. So, parang ganun na ganun din sa 2007. Sabi ko nga, mababago lang yung mga amounts. So, move forward na tayo dito sa 2009 kasi mas mataas na yung RCIT dito. Para ma-illustrate din naman natin kung paano makabawi from your excess MCIT. Kasi dito nangyari yan sa 2009. So, ito yun. So, sa 2009, ang ang regular tax, normal tax is 200, 190 yung MCIT. So, ang babayaran natin ay yung normal tax. So, i-record natin yung normal tax, normal income tax, provision for income tax or income tax, ang debit, 200,000, credit income tax payable. Pero, ang entry number 2 natin, instead na i-record ang excess MCIT, wala nga tayong excess MCIT. So, yung recovery, yung pag-charge sa excess MCIT versus sa previous excess MCIT versus yung normal tax natin. So, magkano ba yung ating excess MCIT to date? So, 75 plus 20, 95,000 na. So, income tax payable, debit natin, credit, deferred charges, MCIT. So, napansin nyo, yung income tax payable natin, 200, and then nag-debit tayo ng 95, so nabawasan siya. So, ang babayaran na lang natin sa BIR is 105, yung difference. So, debit income tax payable, credit, cash in bank. So, question dun sa previous slide, what if hindi na-reverse, katulad nung 95,000, what if hindi nabawi lahat yung excess MCIT? So, ang entry mo ay, i-charge mo yung excess MCIT sa retained earnings. So, debit retained earnings, kung magkano yung hindi mo na-recover, yung nag-expire na excess MCIT, credit, deferred charges, MCIT. So, ulitin natin ang entry mo para sa portion o yung amount na hindi mo na-recover na excess MCIT pag nag-lapse yung 3 years, debit retained earnings, credit deferred charges, excess MCIT. Just in case na meron. Pero pag tinuloy nyo yung problem, meron dyan. Yung 300,000, hindi na mababawi ng buo yun. Okay, so bago natin i-close ang discussion para sa session na ito, of course, merong application o problem application or quiz natin. So, kailangan i-solve ito at i-upload dun sa designated link. So, dun lang sa designated link, please. Kasi, kayo din ang mawawalan pag hindi dun sa designated link. Kasi baka ma-overlook ko kapag kayo lahat ay nag-send ng personal. So, of course, hindi, maraming messages kasi, maraming posts, maraming na regular. So, ang dami-dami hindi na nakikita minsan. So, ganoon. And, mahirap kapag hindi sa iisang site naka-upload lahat. Kaya, please, madali lang naman mag-upload, matututunan yan. So, kung gusto, maray paraan. Kung hindi, maraming dahilan, no? So, for our sake, for our benefit, lahat tayo. So, you must upload yung mga solutions sa application or quiz natin sa link lang. So, lahat nahahanap sa Google, lahat nahahanap sa YouTube. So, lahat natututunan. So, ganun tayo dapat. Dapat tayong mag-adapt sa changes, no? Kaya nga tayo ngayon naka-online, no? So, yun. So, paki-solve na lang itong mga problems na ito. Balikan yung mga illustrations natin, mga discussion natin para maging guide ninyo sa pag-solve nitong mga problems natin for application. So, okay, so thank you very much. This is your teacher, Romualdo Fernandez Credu, saying God bless.